Happy Mother's Day to all you mamas out there. Happy Mother's Day if you've got baby kids, if you've got fur babies. Happy Mother's Day. I've had a fantastic Mother's Day today. It's been pretty amazing. So, if you don't know my name is Lynda McGregor, and I am a lover of food. I am a lover of teaching. I have been working for about the last year and a half now, looking at Rewena bread and different techniques and recipes and trying to work out the perfect Rewena loaf. I have a site called Lynda's Kai Love You on YouTube, so I have a YouTube channel where we have our bread recipes that are on there and other cooking recipes. I have a bread page on Facebook which is called Our Daily Bread. I have about 550 subscribers that are on there. They are people that have got passion for bread making, and I also have another site on Facebook called Lynda's Kai Love You. Right, the reason why I am doing this video today is I promised that I would start a video and teaching people how to make a Rewena bug. Now, I did get some feedback a wee while ago that I talk too much in my videos, so when I'm taking that feedback on board, what I will do is get all the business side done now and then have a little banter later on. Does that sound good? Fabulous. So today we're going to start a 7-day course. So this is a 7-day Rewena bug course. Okay, so I have been looking at different recipes. I've been researching. I've also been researching European sourdough starter recipes, and this one I think is going to actually be really good. It's very simple. It takes, it doesn't take that much time. It takes a lot of love though. And it'll be really good for everybody to kind of do this together. So there's only 3 things you're going to need, okay, to go in there. One of them is a potato, and this is a raw potato, and I have peeled it because I don't want the skin in there. We've got a litre of lukewarm water, and we've got flour. Okay, that's it. You can actually put sugar in your bug, and I actually put sugar in my bug, but I'm going to start off today. We won't put any in there, probably might put some in tomorrow. If you have any questions at all, just pop them in the comments and I will get back to you. If I don't get back to you today, I will read out all the questions and the answers in my next video, and so on and so forth. So that sounds good, I hope. And what we have is a wooden spoon. I've had this wooden spoon for years. I can tell you right now, I have never struck anyone with this wooden spoon, unlike the wooden spoons we had when I was a child. And I have got a glass jar. Okay, so that is a glass jar, and we have got a grater. So this recipe, I will put this on my Our Daily Bread site as well, so the recipe will be up there. But this is 7 days. I am not going to go right from here and I've pre-made all these bugs, because I haven't. I mean, I do have some and I can show you, but I want us to do this together. 7 days, my darlings, 7 days, and you can do this. You just need 1 potato, water and flour, and a little bit of sugar if you want to use that. Okay, so what we're going to do with this Rewena bug recipe, some of the ones that you're probably used to use is cooked potato water, and I use the cooked potato bug method as well. And I have got this bug that I have here is actually made with cooked potato water and cooked potato. However, I researched and I went through and found this raw bug recipe, spoke to the person who actually created it, and they've done a kind of little changes myself, and I think this recipe is really, really good, because you know what, you're only going to use this potato once. So in the cooked potato recipe, what you're doing is that you are putting cooked potato water in there every day. This, you only do it once, and you grate. I also used my Litre bullet, and I popped it in there and kind of gave it a bit of a whiz. This is a medium-sized potato. I got the potato from the supermarket. I think it's Agria potato. You know, use what you've got. we need things that are really cost effective. Use what you've got. So we're going to grate that. So again, if you have got any questions at all about bug making, what you do with the bug, please just pop your questions in the comments and then I will endeavour to get back to you. So this is one medium-sized potato and we've grated it. And I'm going to put it in my glass jar. And after I've shown you the recipe, I'll just kind of tell you a couple of tips and hints that I've found that I use. It doesn't mean that you have to do that because everybody can, you have free will, my darlings, you can do whatever you want. So we're just going to pop that in here. So that is one medium potato and grated in its raw. So put that in there. Now to this potato, you are going to put in 2 cups of flour. Now I normally use high grade flour, but right now I have got just ordinary plain flour and I'm actually grateful that I've got flour at all because, you know, flour was one of the first things that people were buying when we were going into lockdown and then we're going into lockdown. So we just use 2 cups. So you've got my little raw potato there. And we're just going to put 2 cups of flour. And this is the beginning of a beautiful thing, people. When you have a bug, you can keep your bug indefinitely if you look after your bug. Okay, so that's it. We're just going to give that a bit of a mix. And now we're going to add a litre of lukewarm water. Okay, so this is tepid water, lukewarm water. And make sure you mix it, everything well. Make sure you get around the sides, you get all your dry flour. You see, have a look at that. So this is the start of your bug. You can scale it down if you just want to do a little one, but you know, it takes, when you're making a loaf of bread, 2 cups of bug to make the loaf of bread. So I work reasonably in large quantities. Now, that is it. Basically what we'll do is you'll put a lid on it. What you don't want to do is you do not want to put you don't want to put an airtight lid on top of that. There's a couple of things here. One of them is that you need to get the carbon dioxide, you need that to get out. Also, it can explode as it gets bigger. And you want the natural spores, yeast spores that are actually in the air to actually find their way to here. So what I do is I put a tea towel and then I just put like a band, a rubber band around there, and then that's it. So that's how I keep, so I want it to stay nice and fresh, and I will leave that. So we will come back to this tomorrow, and then what you will find tomorrow with this bug, there'll be some separation. So there's going to be a separation of the liquid from the flour, and what we do is that we just take that off and then we refeed our bug again. So this is our bug, this is the start of our bug, and that is as simple as that. Is exactly just what you have to do. Then we will feed it every day for 7 days, and then we are going to make a loaf of bread together. So this is going to be our little process that we're going to go through. Now, one of the things that I do is I actually try where possible to use glass jars for my bug, and one of the reasons why I do that is that if you've got plastic, there's kind of quite a lot of acid that is in your bug, and it actually can go into the plastic that you've actually got. So I use glass. Where do I keep my bug? I keep my bug on my table surface. If I've got something in the oven, I will put my bug. That's actually plastic. That's because I'm actually making quite a large bug in there and I haven't got anything bigger that's glass. So I put my bug on the oven. if I'm cooking anything, so the heat comes up, so that gets this little bottom nice and warm. So I use it as well. So this is how I look after. I don't put my bug in the fridge unless I want it to go to sleep. And at the moment I don't want it to go to sleep because I'm making quite a lot of Rewena bread. So that is actually it. That's Rewena bug making day 1. So that's establishing our bug. Just so you know again, that is with 1 medium potato, and you grate the potato and you pop it in the jar. Then you put 2 cups of flour. I'm using plain flour. Use whatever flour you've got. And then we have got 1 litre of lukewarm or tepid water. And we mix it all up. We're now just going to put a little tea towel over there. I'll put a rubber band on there to seal that. But it's not going to be airtight because we want the air to be flowing and we want the oxygen to be moving around, because this is actually a living creature. This is a living thing. As ELO said, it's a living thing. So we want to make sure that it gets air. We want to make sure that it's going to be growing. Tomorrow, I will come back with the feeding for the first day, and this is 7 days. So this is the first day of 7 days. And then at the end of this process, we will make bread. And I will show you how to make your Rewena bread, and it is absolutely easy peasy lemon squeezy. I have to tell you, it is really, really easy. The hardest part is your patience, because you need to be patient when you're doing this. You need to not freak out when you can't see the bubbles, because what you'll find is as this grows, it'll go up and then it'll go down, and it'll go up and it'll go down, and it'll go up and it'll go down. And that's just showing that it's actually growing, that there actually is life in there, and it's what they call the leaven that leavens your bread. So that's what helps the bread rise. And so you've got, and it's got like healthy bacteria and things like that. So you've got all of the stuff that's actually sitting in this bread. The wonderful thing as well is that if you make your Rewena bug, and if you all you need to make bread is your bug, water and flour. You can put sugar in if you want, and that's optional. Then you can feed your whānau. And that is as simple as that, and you know exactly what is in your loaf. You know what's going in your tummy, and you know what you're feeding your family, your children. And this is one thing, if I could teach anyone how to do anything to look after their whānau, especially when times are hard, because you know these are difficult times for us right now, I am teaching you how to make bread. And when you know how to make bread, you will never ever go hungry. Okay, you will never go hungry. Make sure that you've got yourself some flour. So go down to the shop, if you haven't got any flour, get yourself a 5 kilo bag, because you're going to be using a cup of flour every day to start to be feeding this. So make sure that you've got that. Then you're going to need 4 cups when we actually make the Rewena bread. So go down, get yourself some flour. So you've got flour and water. That is it, because you've already got the potato in here now. You will not need any more potato, so that's it. And the potato will then break down as the fermentation process happens. So it is wonderful. And please, and I might meant to say this, and you might not have got to the end because you might be bored now because I talk too much. But one of the things that they do on those YouTube sites is that please go to my YouTube site. So that's Lynda's Kai Love You. So it's Lynda. So I'm Lynda with a Y. And then you push your subscribe button. So if you could do that, you can go to my bread page, which is on Facebook, and that is called Our Daily Bread. We have, as I said, about 550 people that are actually on that site. They are all incredible bread lovers. So we share and we do, you know, we collaborate. That's where I got some of the recipes for the raw potato starter, which I absolutely love, and now I'm starting to adopt and bring it into my own recipes. So we have that. And if you've got questions about your bug, if you're worried about it, you just post it up there, and there's always somebody who will give you just some advice. And also what we do is we really support each other. So we've had people that have, you know, got to 3 or 4 loaves and they think that they're doing really terribly, but they're not. And then when they get it, then it's just fantastic. So I have here, this is the recipe. I've actually typed it up. I've got a typewriter. And that's what the recipe that I will actually put up on on my Our Daily Bread site, so you can actually have a look. I gift this to the universe. Whoever wants to use my recipe, please use my recipe. The only thing I do ask is that you do not use it for your own personal financial gain, because I have given this freely to the universe. This is not, so please feel free. I want you to share it with everyone. Send it out. Like my site, share that as well, because the more people that we get to teach how to make Rewena bread, then it's the next generation, and the generation after that will always make and be able to look after and feed themselves. And when you know this, and when you have a bug, you may not use your bug that often, and you may put it in the fridge and let it sleep, and then you bring it out, you will always be able to put a meal on that table of yours. Okay, always be able to feed your whānau. So that's really important as well. I will be back tomorrow, and as I said before, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Please go to my YouTube site and subscribe, and and all that good stuff, and share this with the universe, because I'm really passionate about teaching people to make Rewena bread, some feeding their whānau. And it's a real passion of mine, and I have worked very, very hard on this recipe for the last year and a half. I have made many failures, but I've made far more successes than there have been failures. And every time you think that it's gone tits up, you just go and do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you teach somebody else how to make this bread, and then you teach somebody else, and then they teach somebody else, and it's amazing. We put lots of photos on our site. We have a bit of a Skype page, so people put up the most incredible recipes there. I'm also looking at other recipes that use a Rewena bug. So we had somebody put up there to make crackers, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. So we've got crackers, you can make crumpets, you can make scones, you can make lots of things, you can make pancakes as well. And we've also got somebody working on a gluten-free bug at the moment, so I'm really interested to see how that goes. So this is now, I can see it's 17 minutes. We did all the business up front, which is kind of 5 minutes, I think. And then the rest of the time is me talking to you, which I love. So if anybody thinks that I talk too much, then that's okay, because they don't have to do their input. So they won't be listening to this. I will be back tomorrow. Please send me any of your questions. Please share this video with your whānau. Get everyone involved. Going out and get yourself some flour. Okay, I suggest you get yourself a 5 kilo bag of flour, and we have that. And so by the end of the 7 days, so this will be Sunday, it will be Sunday, won't it? It'll be next Sunday, that we will actually be making our loaf of Rewena bread, and we will do it in the morning, so then we can have it for either Sunday lunch or Sunday dinner. Now, isn't that is pretty cool, and we can do this together. So I'm really looking forward to you coming on this journey. Please share this video and try and get as many people involved in this Rewena revolution, I think it is. And so it's fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. My name is Lynda McGregor. And again, I have a site called Lynda's Kai Love You on YouTube. Also, Lynda's Kai Love You is on Facebook, and my bread page, which is Our Daily Bread, which is on Facebook. Nice to see you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow you're just going to need flour. Okay, so you need your flour and water. That's all you're going to need tomorrow. Okay, ka kite.